All right, bro, take a seat because here comes a story. And it's not just any story. It's the one that's going to turn everything you think about women and relationships upside down. First off, forget this holy woman idea. That's total BS. Just a fairy tale society tries to sell you to keep you in line, thinking you're going to find some Disney princess who's never done anything wrong. Wake up to reality. Do you really believe there's such a thing as the perfect woman, without a past, waiting for you like a flower in the garden? Get real, dude. This quest for the immaculate woman is one of the biggest traps that keeps you locked in a cycle of disappointments. While you're there, dreaming of perfection, real women, those you meet in your daily life, are playing their game, often 2 steps ahead of you. This whole fantasy only serves to make a fool out of you, leaving you at the mercy of women who know very well how to manipulate these illusions to their advantage. And while you're hanging on to the hope of finding the saint, other opportunities are passing you by. Other experiences that could teach you what's real in the world of seduction and relationships. So, let's start dismantling this house of cards and get you ready to play the real game. No illusions. Isn't it time to be the guy who knows what he wants and how to get it? Come down from the clouds and stand firm on the ground, because that's where things happen. Now that you've realized the whole holy woman narrative is total nonsense, let's dive a bit deeper into this reality. Dude, the truth is every woman has a past, and thinking you'll find someone without a history is one of the biggest pitfalls you can fall into. This idealization only blinds you to the true intentions and nature of the people you get involved with. Let's get real. Women mature earlier than men, both emotionally and sexually. This means that from an early age, they're already exploring, experimenting, and yes, making mistakes, just like you, only they start earlier. While you're there, playing video games and thinking that kissing is a big deal, many of them are already in another phase, seeking things you haven't even started to consider. The stark truth is that society demands a posture of sainthood from them, but at the same time pushes them into a completely different reality, where exploring their desires is natural. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. The problem arises when you fail to see this side of the coin and remain stuck on the image of the innocent girl that the media and fairy tales like to paint. So, when you come across a woman who knows what she wants and how she wants it, it can totally disarm you if you're not prepared. It's time to abandon this notion of purity and accept that people have experiences, and that these experiences are valid and do not define anyone's character. Women, just like you, are complex beings, full of nuances and contradictions. And here's a crucial point, dude. Stopping to put women on a pedestal is not just about seduction, it's about mutual respect. They are not prizes or objects of purity. They are potential life partners with desires and wishes as legitimate as yours. Respecting this is the first step toward becoming a true man, a guy who really understands what authentic and mature human interactions mean. Let's stop treating women as something they are not and start seeing them for what they really are, people. It's time to face another critical point: the disadvantage many guys place themselves in by ignoring their own experiences and harboring unrealistic expectations. Many of you are out there thinking that a woman's virginity or purity is a trophy or a supreme symbol of value. Dude, this is a trap that throws you into a pit of disillusionment and frustration. Think about it. While you're there, idealizing a woman without a history, you're living your life, right? Going out, maybe having casual relationships, experiencing your own adventures and misadventures. But then, when it comes to choosing a partner, you want someone who hasn't lived any of that? Come on, man. That's not only hypocritical, it's also a fantasy that doesn't hold up in reality. Get this straight. A person's past experiences should not be a burden or a stigma, but a set of learned lessons, stories to tell, and yes, even mistakes made. This is what shapes us, what molds us into who we are today. Do you want to relate to someone real, with depth and substance, or with an illusion built to meet society's expectations? And here's a key point. By accepting that both you and women have pasts, you begin to play on a more equal and honest field. This means recognizing that both your experiences and theirs are valid. It means understanding that these experiences are not threats to your value or theirs, but reflections of a life truly lived. This is the real game, bro. It's about seeing beyond appearances and first impressions. It's about understanding that every person you meet is a whole universe with their complexities, beauty, and imperfections. If you really want to excel in the art of seduction and become a man of value, you need to start valuing truth over fantasy, authenticity over unreal ideals. Let's stop judging and start understanding, because that's what makes you grow. That's what makes you strong. It's not about controlling or dominating, but about interacting with mutual respect and understanding. So, are you ready to let go of these outdated ideas? And now that we've busted the holy woman myth and seen that living for a fantasy is a dead end, let's talk about something even more crucial: acceptance and self-awareness. These two are the real game changers on your journey to becoming a man of value who truly understands women and what they want. First up, acceptance. Accepting women's pasts is crucial, but it's not just about them. It's about you too. Everyone has their own story, filled with highs and lows, triumphs and mistakes. Understanding and accepting this is what makes us human, dude. You need to recognize that, just like you, they have the right to have lived a life before you came along. That doesn't make them any less deserving of respect or love. And then there's self-awareness. Knowing who you are, understanding your own desires and boundaries, is essential for establishing healthy and respectful relationships. When you truly know yourself, you also start to understand the people around you better. This means recognizing your own mistakes and learning from them, which makes you a better partner. Moreover, building your own past is about living experiences that shape who you are. This isn't a license to hurt others or act without considering the consequences. It's about living authentically and learning from each experience. And when you live this way, you establish healthy boundaries, not based on outdated moral judgments, but on a real understanding of what works for you and what doesn't. These boundaries are key, man. They're not there to restrict, but to clearly define what you expect from a relationship and what you're willing to offer. This is self-respect and respect for others. Knowing how to say no when something isn't right for you is just as important as knowing how to say yes to the things that really matter. So, check this out. By developing this mix of acceptance and self-awareness, you not only improve as a man, but also as a partner. You start to attract people who respect who you are and value what you have to offer. That's what being a man of value is all about. It's not about controlling anyone, but about understanding and being understood, about sharing and growing together. Dude, now that you're getting the hang of accepting and understanding everyone's past and individuality, let's break down another outdated concept: the idea that a woman's beauty or sexual purity determines her value. This is one of the biggest traps that still ensnare many guys in a superficial and empty mindset. Let's be clear here. Beauty is great. It attracts, no doubt about it. But thinking that it's the only criterion to evaluate whether a woman is valuable is a massive mistake. This view is shallow and overlooks the qualities that really matter in a true partner, like character, intelligence, sense of humor, value compatibility, and lifestyle. These are the things that sustain a relationship in the long run, not just a pretty face or a sculpted body. And about this purity? Dude, that's a concept as old as it is useless. Living in the modern era with a mentality from centuries past makes no sense. A person's sexual experiences do not define their character or their value. Dwelling on this will only limit you and prevent you from meeting amazing people who could add a lot to your life. Instead of focusing on appearances and a past that everyone has, why not focus on finding someone who shares your values, who laughs at the same jokes, who supports your projects and dreams? That's real value. That's real substance. A relationship based on mutual respect and admiration for each other's real qualities is much more satisfying and has a much better chance of success. So, bro, challenge yourself to look beyond the superficial. Start valuing women for what they really offer, not what society says you should value. This will not only transform the way you relate to women, but also how you see yourself. Being a real man isn't about dominating or controlling, but about understanding and respecting, about building something together that is genuine. We've reached a critical point in the art of seduction: the first date. Here, many guys still fall into the trap of judging a woman by what happens on this initial outing. especially when it comes to intimacy. Let's debunk this once and for all. Dude, if a woman decides to get sexually involved with you on the first date, it doesn't diminish her value as a person or as a potential partner in any way. What really matters here is the connection you two are building. It's about mutual respect, about understanding and meeting each other's expectations without pressure or judgment. The truth is, the willingness to engage intimately can be a sign of many things: trust, strong physical attraction, or simply the desire to explore the relationship more deeply. What matters is how you both feel about it. If there's consent and mutual interest, this can be a strong foundation for whatever comes next, be it a serious relationship or not. So, instead of going out with preconceived ideas about what should happen on a first date, focus on creating an environment where both can be honest about their desires and limitations. Open communication is key. Ask questions, listen, and be clear about your intentions, always with respect. And remember, a real man knows that every person is unique and that each encounter is a new story. There is no fixed script to follow. Being flexible and open to experiences makes you more attractive and respected. This shows that you are confident in who you are and what you want, an undeniably attractive trait. So, if you really want to impress and build something worthwhile, be that guy who understands the value of mutual respect and true connection. This will set you apart from the crowd and place you on a level where you truly belong. And who knows what the future holds after such a positive start? Keep an open mind and a ready heart for what comes next. We've reached the heart of true seduction, empowerment, and authenticity. Here, the idea isn't just to play a game to win someone over, but to create a relationship dynamic where respect and honesty prevail. This is what truly defines a man of value, one who not only understands women, but treats them with the dignity they deserve in all contexts. Guys, it's crucial to adopt an empowered stance that doesn't rely on manipulations or outdated seduction tactics, but on genuine and respectful interaction. The real power in a relationship comes from the ability to be authentic and vulnerable, to express your feelings and desires without fear of judgment, and to listen to the other person do the same. Empowerment is also about self-awareness and personal growth. It's about understanding your own weaknesses and working on them, not to manipulate someone into liking you, but to become a better version of yourself. When you're comfortable with who you are, your confidence naturally soars, and that's irresistibly attractive. As you grow and empower yourself, remember to promote a dynamic of equality. This means respecting your partner's choices and spaces as much as you respect your own. Relationships are about partnership, about walking side by side, facing challenges, and celebrating achievements together. So, treat women with the respect they deserve, both in public and in private. A true connection is based on honesty and mutual respect, where both partners feel valued and important. That's the essence of any healthy and lasting relationship. By adopting this more realistic and empowered stance, you not only improve your personal relationships, but also positively influence those around you. It's a virtuous cycle of respect, understanding, and mutual growth. Digging the talk? Realize that the power is all in your hands? Then, before you head out and start applying what you've learned, hit the like on this video and subscribe to the channel. Here, we don't beat around the bush. We get straight to the point to transform you into the man you were born to be.